right, guys, here we are with another episode of The Way Out. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys still staying tuned, staying in touch with it, riding the wave, loving it. Give me some feedback so I can make it better. Please leave some comments, some likes, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just let me know how it's going, how I can improve it, and hopefully we'll be on the right track to keep broadcasting people's visions because it's actually going pretty well. There'll be a lot more content coming out. Season 2 is coming out soon, so you guys will really be able to check it out and hopefully enjoy it. Just like I said, let me know what's going on and keep me posted. Today I have a very special guest. I've been seeing him around the Spartanburg area, but I didn't know who he was. And I got recommended by a friend of mine to kind of reach out and find out exactly what was going on. I heard display marketing, and that was one thing, and I was like, okay. But then I saw him doing something else with a whole nother name and a whole nother name over here. So I was like, what? Who is this? Who is this man? So I reached out to display marketing. I got in touch with him, and it was fun. I had a good pre-interview. Everything went really well. So I hope you guys can help me welcome Shmuel to the show.
Whoa. To the couch, man.
Yeah, man. Straight to the couch, man. Straight to the couch, dude. You're all good. You made it to the way out, man. You see that? You're on the way out.
Baby. We live.
Yeah, to the way out.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said previously, guys, he has a lot going on all the time, apparently, because I see his name everywhere. I see him everywhere. So we'll try to break down a couple of things that he's doing, just to get an idea of who he is, what he stands for, what his brand is, and things of that nature. So hopefully he can help you display something you're trying to do as well. I remember we spoke on the phone and it was talking. I came to you about display marketing in general, and you took it a step back and told me about Age Old.
Right.
So if you don't mind, could you kind of give a little backstory of what Age Old is and how display marketing kind of came from that?
Okay. Well, first of all, gratitude, all the way out fans.
Appreciate it.
In 2014, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Be White because the reason why is because Be White is the reason why Age Old kind of exists.
That's my role model too. You hear this? That's Be White. That's the GOAT in the flesh.
Yeah, Be Kirk White.
There you go. Put some respect on his name.
I came to the Why You Are Alive tour at Upstate.
They got mine on right here. That's crazy, right?
Right. And we are doing our first interview series. I mean, I had a Microsoft tablet, but I just had to get this man's word. You know what I'm saying? Because he was being so vulnerable on the stage, and I admired that at a certain level. And I said I wanted to create a community arts organization that talked about urban artists and urban thinkers. That whole idea was building sustainable communities and developments through art enrichment. Wanted to use art as a way of teaching entrepreneurship and using voice. In the Spartanburg area, there's not that many programs.
For creatives and stuff like that. I've definitely noticed that.
Right. But, we said, well, that means there's a need. And so we, just like he addressed the need, find your purpose and address the need.
And you're going to find the interest, especially there's so many people that have so much passion and so much creativity. They have to find an outlet for it.
Exactly.
I understand.
And so, on the can, the original logo had a can, and then Age Old, Inspire, Display, Curate.
Yep, I saw that on the website, yep.
Yeah, so Inspire was just based on the inspiration of the idea. Coming up with whatever that you have within yourself and bringing it to life and helping someone else. It's inspiration. Display was actually putting it together. Like we're on the way out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're displaying your talent. You're displaying your creativity. We knew that we met a certain time period where we started to open ourselves up to talking about more Black entrepreneurship. Trayvon Martin had just happened. We just didn't want to just sit on the sidelines.
Makes sense.
I
feel you, hop in the
field.
I got you.
Right, and we wanted to highlight, change makers, people who are thinking in different ways, and Black-owned businesses. So we started Display Marketing then out of that tag. And the curation portion is just us collecting artists, collecting ideas, and displaying them, putting these things to work.
How does the whole process go with someone getting involved with display marketing? Do they reach out to you and they're like, hey, I have this idea, I need your help to help me brand it, understand it, and then market it to the people I want it to get to. Is that what you do?
Right. Well, I have a team that does it. Okay. And in the formal way would be going to the website at ageold.us/display marketing. Click that free consultation. It alerts our machine.
That link will be in the bio of the video.
It alerts our machine of what the request is. And it's a breakdown of different services. We can give you social media circulation of your particular event to our network of people.
Right.
You can also get, design work done. You need a flyer. We know so many small businesses in Spartanburg
Right.
that don't have someone that does that.
You're 100% correct.
You know what I'm
It's hard
saying?
to find it.
Right, and they can do it in a quick and easy manner. So they might want that, like what we did with Hard Fashion Weekend, creating a narrative for a particular event and creating a website, connecting it to the Eventbrite, doing all that legwork there.
Right.
We have a fee for that as well. So it's just levels of whatever you need
to get to the final product.
Right, to get to the final product.
Makes sense. Okay.
Well, Display Marketing, Age Old is the nonprofit.
Okay, so Age Old is a nonprofit.
Right.
Display Marketing is
It's the brand of a nonprofit.
Okay.
Right.
What differentiates you from them is I guess the question I'm asking.
I know how my approach differentiates to other.
That you've witnessed.
You know what I'm saying? My focus is on bringing the most out of an idea. Focusing on not just the outcome, but what did you learn during the process?
Okay.
Whatever we're creating, if we're putting a flyer together, okay, let's not just put colors on the paper.
Right.
Express it.
Make them feel.
Right.
Got it. Same. Okay.
What are you expressing? What are you feeling through it? And what have you learned about the creation process? And we do that in various forms. I deal with hip hop artists, so Age Old Sounds is another derivative out of Age Old. What's the chiefest thing that a lot of artists want to have is to be heard.
Publicity.
How can I help you be heard then?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's marketing through sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how far you want to go with whatever you want to do. And at the end of whatever term that we're working together, I want you to be able to evaluate it for that time period.
And learn from and understand what's going on.
Right.
Comprehend. Makes sense.
I just let's just not do programs where we're just
mass producing something.
Right.
And you want to take the time to understand.
Really develop it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a Rolls Royce of thinking.
I feel you. There you go. Okay. That's a good way of putting it, actually. Yeah. I want a Rolls Royce. Do you have people that you look up to? Like I told you, B-Rock would be my role model. I guess the person that I look up to, that is the GOAT in the flesh. I have to repeat that again because that is the person I look to. There's something that you have that's like, okay, where's my inspiration come from? Where's my train of thought? Like somebody trying to, I don't want to say portray, but just that you get some of your way of thinking.
My dad, probably first.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is just like, that's where I get my competitive edge.
Gotcha, because I haven't read articles about how competitive Michael Jordan is about stuff. Actually, I do read that. That's funny.
I love it, bro. And I can do it politely, but I love it, man. I like, okay, how can I make something better and be better than that and be better than that? Oprah. I think Oprah is just amazing.
Yeah, boy, that's like my, boy, I'm telling you, boy, when she gave that Golden Globe speech recently, boy, I started crying. I was crying. I was like, bro, what? I said, God, that's serious, boy.
And like those Sunday joints she had.
Yep.
It's like going to church with Oprah, man.
And you love it. Those podcasts I be listening to that she does. I'm telling you, boy, I look up her net worth is $3 billion. Right. That's self-made $3 billion.
And you know what? When people talking about she should run for president, I really believe, first of all, we need to stop telling black women what they need to do. It's a studio.
Exactly.
This is start right there.
Right.
Oprah is a master of her own destiny. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Whatever she wants. Because apparently everything she touches turns into greatness. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need to tell Oprah
anything to do.
We need to keep listening.
Exactly. Because obviously she knows something that we don't.
Right.
I'm trying to get to it. I want that knowledge. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of women that our perception, we just didn't see leadership, but it was the whole time. That's what I'm
and it's coming now.
Yeah.
The whole hashtag time's up. That's serious, but that's a whole revolution coming. I'm telling you, man.
Hey, listen, anybody, I apologize. I want to say it live. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I'm a changed man. I've done better for my soul.
Yep.
I want to say it right here on the way out. This is the way out. So this is my way out.
Go ahead and say it. I'm telling you. Be as vulnerable as you want, man.
Right. But it's real though. It is very real, and what I really believe was happening is a new age of enlightenment. Is that it's just because there was ways of thinking that we were just kind of programmed early in our lives that was acceptable.
Yep.
but we're really didn't take into account that the other person, and sometimes the other person wasn't taking into account either, because that was just the way it was as
too
well.
ignorant to realize what was going on.
Right, but now they're looking back and they're like, oh, I was damaged.
Exactly. Yeah. Now that's why I am the way I am now.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not structured now.
Right.
I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy. If you look back and reflect on stuff that you went through and you think about it, you're like, you have to come to a realization about it. If you don't, you're not going to have any self. You don't know where you're going in life, no direction, nothing.
At all. I know I'm blessed.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You still here, you blessed.
Yeah. And I said, okay, God, you heard me then, because I wanted it. So that's where Shemuel came from. And Namaste is just the greeting, of peace. Like, I'm bound to you, brother. You're like, you know, and the way out, you know what I'm saying? Like the opportunity. So, like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? It's hard to put like a
title name
on it. Yeah.
I feel you.
It's just walking in kind of your purpose. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so Shemuel.xyz is my Instagram.
Right.
And that's my website as well. Okay. Shemuel.xyz.
And all this can be found on Age Old too, because I think I saw that when I was scrolling.
Right.
Okay.
Right. When you go to Age Old, our offerings, it's a list of our services that Age Old offers. You'll see display marketing. You'll see Age Old Sounds talking about the music. You see Shemuel Namaste, myself. You'll see Inspire Art Industry, which is Shay Sutton Smiling.
Right.
And you'll see Sharon Davis's new For Love and Culture events.
As far as events, do you have some big ones upcoming, or what kind of things you do to kind of show people what you're doing, to let them know what's going on?
For most recently, this Hot Fashion Weekend, I was asked to do the marketing of it, create the website, do the Facebook page, and organize artists, get artists to the bill, and get them on in their different slots and whatnot.
How big is your team? How big is it?
We're a small team.
I understand the small team is only three of us doing the way I promise you understand.
I would say we're probably less than 6, and sometimes 7.
And that's how it be. And it gets done. When it gets done, you be like,
it gets done.
I'm telling you what, there's a lot of pride in that.
But the small team have their own things doing at the same time.
Everyone does, boy. Believe me, I understand that.
So sometimes it goes to like 2, but when it's all said and done, when it's time to show up, everybody shows up. They get the things done.
You do what you gotta do.
Then we go back over the evaluation process. What did we learn? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did we get out of that?
How can we better it next time?
Right.
Apply it next time. Yep, that 9 to 5 daily life job and that 5 to 9 dream chasing. Boy,
Lord,
that's real life, man.
But that 5 to 9 pays off a lot longer.
Yep. Not even as far as like a physical, actual materialistic type thing, but more as like a inside turn. I'm telling you, but it makes you feel good.
You get other lessons that you can't buy. All love here at the Way Out, man.
I see, man. I'm telling you, man. Where do you see like Age Old and the display marketing and all that? Where do you see it going? What's your dream or your vision for what you produce?
Artists Union, a new artist guild in Spartanburg, called ART, A-R-T, Art Realized Together.
Yeah, I saw the acronym on that too. Yep.
Yeah, just a way that artists can put in on their own and leverage against businesses, book their own venues, cutting sort of kind of the middleman out. But giving artists more power, because I'm pro artist.
Gotcha. Yep.
And my most ultimate goal is to build a school of innovation that allow kids to come and learn STEAM curriculum skills, science, tech, engineering, art, and math, and art being that strong component
to kind of keep it all together.
So they can learn in different, more cultured ways. I use this term called cultural intelligence, right? Cultural intelligence is being able to create a value for something that your culture holds, that teaches as well. Like you see a lot of memes that are about black people. So there's some truth to that, but what's the real truth to that? A lot of times it's either discipline, obedience, but those are, you know what I'm saying? So like, how can we instill those by, through their science skills? Because if we can start teaching kids 3D printing, they could build their own houses.
and not have to worry about someone else building and spending more money. You know what I mean? If you have that knowledge to do something for yourself, you don't need anyone.
Exactly.
When you become self-made and independent,
right,
that's when you thrive as a person.
Straight
I'm telling
up,
you, man.
Straight
Everyone's
up.
taught to lean on someone or something for something you need. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Not at all. Not at all. It's just like with Black people, they try to do so much to us mentally and to us historically because they understood the beings that we are.
Right.
That once they catch up, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Because we built civilizations before them.
Right.
So they knew we knew what we were doing.
They tried to take it away from us.
Right. So like we can reignite that fire back into the youth. So that's what I want to do. You know, you meet me like this on the way out, I'm like this, but before this, I was the same. You know what I mean?
I'm the same person.
Same person. You know what I'm saying?
Different setting, same person.
Exactly. And sort of like, I want kids to be able to say, that's okay, but let me give you some skills to go with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And schools don't kind of do that for me in a way. And I hope they change. My wife's a teacher, and she's doing a superb job. Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to the wife.
Shout out to the wifey.
Right, there you go.
Kids are starting to learn, like you can see like hip hop teachers now. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're using hip hop.
Incorporating that into the class
Right.
and the kids be like, okay, well I can actually get with that.
Exactly. That white guy and using hip hop and the kids connected to it because that's the culture they come from.
My fourth grade teacher, like that was years ago. He used to use like 1-2 Step and some songs like that to kind of incorporate Mathers, Mr. Park. Shout out to you because I still remember those songs. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you.
Man. It's the best way of learning.
Yeah. And one thing I've noticed is we need to start everyone needs to start implementing like compassion into their kids and to people around you. I'm saying that'll take us a lot further than like tearing everyone down.
Right.
And I know it's hard. I know it's hard for people to talk about people and judge them and stuff, but if we all can work on that aspect of who we are, I'm telling you, it'll be so much easier to live and enjoy life. Yes, I definitely understand how you have that burning passion inside of you. So with that passion that you have inside of you, is there any tips that you can offer people doing, or any kind of creatives, anything in that aspect? Is there any tips you have for them?
I'll say get to know your fullest self. You know, get to know your fullest self and be just that. Dig deep into it. Find out, like, you know, whatever your sign are. Get your principles. Figure out why you feel a certain way. Figure out how you can alleviate particular feelings that hold you back. All of those different things is sort of kind of actualization of self. Know thyself. You know, it's the creation process will teach you a couple of things. It'll teach you how you can create, and it'll tell you why. You find out your whys, and the whys must be really strong. You really will take off. Like a lot of times, people have really weak whys.
And that's why it crumbles. And that's why you lose interest.
The email didn't come in the time they
hit that wall. You're like, all right, that was cool. I'm done.
You don't know yourself,
right?
And you might find out, like, I'm an Aquarius. I procrastinate. This is a thing. Like, I can have the thing right here for me to do, and I'm just like, ugh. But I couldn't understand why I was just that way until I started researching. So what I would do is I would station out my tasks now.
Right.
Like everything I need to do, I would just minimally catch it, and give myself a rhythm.
Yep.
Because I like rhythm.
And that makes accomplishments happen.
And I make accomplishments happen.
That's how it works.
Because I know myself now. You know, a lot of times people don't know themselves at that deep level.
Right.
When you know yourself at your deep level, you can accomplish anything.
When you have self, you can become exactly who you want to be. I understand that completely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we got wise words from Shamil, Shimmy Mule, display marketing, Brandon, all age old, everything you could think of creative. That is this guy right here. So thank you guys for tuning in. He was happy to be on the show, and I love it. I love it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm your host, Cam the Man with the Plan. Please stay tuned in for next week, guys. Thank you.
I go so hard. Don't fit out Bogart. Fit my setbacks. Then I set bars for real. Yeah. So what's really good? Stay on my good side. Yeah, you probably should look. I don't care if you bet against me. Nigga, make sure your money good. Don't go Hollywood. Don't go OJ. Don't go Tiger Wood. Keep that OJ. Keep your heart close. When that beat drop, paint your feelings. Yeah, let that.